Welcome to the virtual public involvement meeting for the Wisconsin 25 Intersection Improvement Project in the Dunn County city of Menomonie. Listed here are the project staff members who are working on this project. Their contact information will also be on the last slide of this presentation, which will include their phone numbers and email addresses. Feel free to contact them with any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the project. The presentation will follow the outline shown here. First, discussing the project location. Second, the project purpose and need. Third, the proposed design improvements. Fourth, the construction staging. Fifth, the real estate process. Sixth, the project schedule. Seventh, how you can participate. And finally, eighth, the project team's contact information. The project limits are the general intersection area of US 12 and Pine Avenue East with Wisconsin 25 in the city of Menomonie. The purpose of the project is to improve the safety of the US 12 and Pine Avenue East intersection with Wisconsin 25 in the city of Menomonie. The current intersection configuration has negative offset left turn lanes that contribute to a pattern of documented high crash rates. A negative offset creates a difficult situation for drivers to see gaps in traffic when making left turns. Drivers making opposing left turns are unable to adequately see around each other. Opposing left-turning vehicles obstruct the visibility of oncoming cars. Let's discuss left turn offsets further on the next slide. Shown on the screen now are depictions of negative, neutral, and positive left turn offset configurations. In a negative left turn offset configuration, a left turn vehicle is unable to see oncoming traffic near the intersection and approaching the intersection as their view is blocked by the location of left turning traffic from the opposing direction. The image on the screen shows this by the red line of sight passing through the opposing left turning vehicle. A neutral left turn offset configuration improves this by typically allowing drivers to see the oncoming traffic near the intersection, though their view of traffic approaching the intersection from a distance would likely still be obstructed. The image on the screen shows this due to how close to the intersection the red line of sight is limited to. A positive left turn offset configuration improves sight lines even further, as depicted on your screen, by allowing a left turning vehicle full view of oncoming traffic at the intersection and approaching the intersection. The image on the screen demonstrates this by the unobstructed red line of sight. As stated previously, the existing intersection provides left turn offset configurations that are categorized as negative to slightly neutral depending on the position of vehicles. Shown on the screen now are approximate existing vehicle locations and the resulting sight lines for each left turn movement. On the next few slides, I will discuss the improvements to the intersection that are prescribed to address the needs identified on the previous slides. These improvements are shown in the concept illustrated on the screen right now. Proposed improvements are shown in a blue color on your screen. From this, you can see that in most areas of proposed improvements, the work is occurring inside the existing curb and gutter. Two exceptions to this are the northwest quadrant of the intersection by the Walgreens property and the right turn island on US 12 provided for vehicles turning south on Wisconsin 25. Identified by the blue arrow on the screen, the changes in the northwest quadrant will allow for improved movement of large trucks as they navigate from southbound on Wisconsin 25 to westbound on US 12. Identified by the green arrow on the screen, the changes to the shape of the right turn island will allow for vehicles turning right from eastbound US 12 to southbound Wisconsin 25 to achieve more of a right angle, or a 90-degree angle, with their vehicle as it faces Wisconsin 25. Overall, this geometric change aligns the vehicle closer to 90 degrees, providing a better position for vehicles turning right to check for oncoming traffic coming from the left. As discussed previously, the project also seeks to improve the intersection's left turn offset configurations. As shown on the screen now, the north and southbound left turn lanes will be reconfigured to be positively offset, which is an improvement over the existing condition. The east and westbound lanes will also be improved to a neutral offset configuration. Overall, Left-turning sightlines are improved on all approaches. A primary concern at signalized intersection is the right-angle crash where one vehicle violates the red signal. This severe crash type can occur if the driver is unable to see the signal clearly. Rear-end crashes occur with a much higher frequency but are much less severe than angle crashes. Two other concerns at signalized intersections are crashes involving left-turning vehicles or pedestrians. The placement and number of signal heads have a profound effect on traffic signal visibility. Improving the visibility of signal heads gives motorists more time to react appropriately and safely. On this project, signal visibility will be improved by providing a signal head per lane that is overhead. Traditional signal installations may have limited visibility and been confusing to drivers in multi-lane approaches such as this intersection. This configuration is also more clear for turning vehicles. As depicted here, each lane will have a designated signal head. Pedestrian curb ramp slopes and positioning will also be improved to meet the American with Disabilities Act standards in all four quadrants. Due to a crash history at the driveway access to the Walgreens and the strip mall to the south, this project will also install a raised median on US 12 while US 12 is reconstructed with new concrete pavement. The raised median, identified by the red box on the screen, will restrict traffic movements to these driveways to just right in and right out movements, which will reduce the number of crashes. Lastly, the project will mill down or, to put it another way, scrape off the top layer of asphalt on the east leg, which is Pine Avenue East. Following this, a new asphalt layer will be installed in place of what was removed. This construction process is referred to as an asphaltic mill and overlay. Also, updated signs and pavement marking will be placed as needed at the conclusion of the project. For the improvements mentioned on this and the preceding presentation slides, minor real estate acquisitions will be required. Construction of the project is scheduled for 2025. Intersection improvements will be constructed using staged construction. Roadways will be kept open at all times with single-lane closures. During construction, the intersection will be operated with a temporary traffic signal. More detail on staging will be available later in the project schedule. As stated previously, minor real estate acquisition will be required to facilitate the prescribed intersection improvements. These will include a limited amount of permanent right-of-way as well as temporary limited easements. Permanent right-of-way is the permanent acquisition of land from a property owner and is shown in red on the screen. Shown in light blue on the screen, temporary limited easements involve land that is temporarily leased to the project for the duration of construction as it is necessary for construction operations. The land will remain the property of the original owner. Real estate acquisition activities will begin later this year, and those property owners who will be impacted will be contacted directly. Real estate impacts shown on the screen are not final. They are likely to be revised from what you see here prior to property owners being contacted. The project schedule is currently shown on the screen. At this time, the project is in the preliminary design stage. Environmental report documentation and preliminary plans will be submitted this spring, and real estate acquisition is expected to begin in the fall of this year. Final plans will be submitted in August 2024, and as stated previously, you can expect construction at the intersection to occur in 2025. As part of the design process, WISDOT is seeking comments from the public through March 24th. Comment forms can be found on the project website. As promised, on your screen is the contact information for the project team. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have additional questions. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.